Hi everybody, this is Sherry, and I just wanted to show you a new card that I made and show you what I used to do it with. So the first thing I used here is this stamp from Magnolia, and it's just that little bench. It's called Wood Palette is what it's called if you're interested. And then I use this image right here, and it's called Tilda Gone Fishing. And I've had these for a long time. I'm not sure where I got them at, but if you're interested in them, I know that Tracy will do her best at Art Attack Supply, excuse me. She'll do her best to help you get them if you need them. And then I used a couple of my dies from the Doohickey Club Magazine Volume 8. And I also got that at Art Attack Supply. So let me move these out of the way and I'll show you my card. And here it is. I had so much fun. Excuse me, guys. Still battling this pneumonia and just, it is kicking my butt. But this is what I did. And I had so much fun doing this. It was just a ball. And the paper, I'm sorry, I forgot to show the paper I used. I don't have a lick of sense. It's the Paper Studio Vintage Amour, and I got it from Lisa Wade. She changed her YouTube name. It used to be Maggie 2005 Cupcake. Charlisa's something, I can't think of it. I will put it in the description box below because Lisa is a wonderful, wonderful lady and an amazing crafter. And if you hadn't had a chance to check her out, you'll want to. So I used the paper pad that she gave me. And it's supposed to be for Valentine's Day, but this is definitely not a Valentine's Day card. So it just goes to show you that, we really need to look through our papers a little more. And the little fish bowl and the fish all came out of the Doohickey magazine. Here's the two stamps that I used. This I cut off my Cricut, and this I cut off my Cricut. And I wanted to put a window, and I have window dies, but to me they looked like they were meant to be outside windows. They didn't look like what you would see inside of your home, I guess is how I would explain it. And so what I ended up doing was cutting a 2" by 2" square out of this piece of paper right here. And then behind it, I slid in a piece of acetate to represent the glass. And then a piece of blue fabric, oh my golly, blue paper to go behind that. And I just dug that out of my scrap pile. And there's a little tree back here, which why I even bothered to put it, I don't know, because you can't see it. But Mariah wanted me to do it, and that is from a very, very old Stampin' Up! Set that I believe Dee gave me from Elegant Embellishments, because I'm sure it was her that gave it to me. And I put it back already, because if I don't, my kids like to play with the boxes that the Stampin' Up! Stuff comes in, so I got to make sure that's put away. And I'll zoom you in here a little closer. And you can see her. She's got her bobbin, or her little bobber on her fishing pole. And for her string, it was, of course, it was stamped on. And I was like, oh, that's going to be a bear. There's no way I could cut it out. So I ended up cutting that part off. And I thought, now great, now I need a string that's thin enough for it to look like it could be on a fishing pole. So I ended up using dental floss. And it actually worked really good. And I glued it to the back of here, and then I glued the bobber on. I used to fish. I know this stuff. I guess my mind is in sewing or something right now. And I glued that on with just my regular craft glue, and it stuck great. And it even stuck great here on the acetate. And it's the Scotch Quick Dry. And then I took a tiny piece of floral wire and bent it to look similar to a hook. But I didn't want it to be anything that stuck up or could be sharp, so this stuff is so thin it's almost flat. You almost can't tell it's there. And then the fish I cut out of Fun Foam. Now this I got from the dollar store. And there is definitely a huge difference in the size from the dollar store versus the size that you would say get at Walmart or something like that, because it was so flat, it was just ridiculous. But it did give just a little bit of dimension, and I guess I should be grateful, I guess, that I had that size, because it worked well for this. And so they're cut out of Fun Foam, and everything has been inked with Tim Holtz inks. This is Wild Honey, tea dye. I colored this up. I stamped it on craft cardstock, and then did some shadowing and inking with my Copics. And look how beautiful. I wanted the paper in the background to look like old wallpaper. And so I was real happy, you know, with how it looked and how it turned out. And then I thought, man, what kind of sentiment would I put in this? Because I wanted it to look like a little girl who was thinking, I should probably not do this, but I think I'm going to do it anyway, kind of thing. And so I printed up a sentiment on my computer, and I came up with, seemed like a good idea at the time. And it's just copy paper, and it lifts up. And my plan is to write in this, but also print out a couple extra of these sheets. And that way I can slide them in, and I can write on here. They can peel mine off, because it's just a little bit of ATG. It'll rub right off with your finger. And put in another clean one of these and write their own sentiment on it. And then maybe that person could pass it on to somebody else. So I thought that was a neat way to, you know, pass it forward, not just from me, but from somebody else, and, you know, keep it going. And I hope it works. That's my plan anyways. And so I think, it's a 6x6 card base. And what I did was I cut it 2 6x6 squares out of the Recollection 110-pound cream colored cardstock, and then I just scored, let me see if you can see that a little bit. I scored right there at a 1/2 inch, and then I taped it together with like that. I taped it together with score tape. I couldn't believe all the adhesives I used on this project. She's held on by glue dots. The fishbowl's lifted up by pop dots. I use score tape to hold the acetate on. And I used ATG to go around the sides. And then I used my regular glue for the fishing line and to hook or to glue these directly to the card. So I ended up using 5 different types of adhesive, and I didn't realize that I would actually I didn't realize how many times I guess I've had to do that, and I just didn't realize what I was doing. So, but that just goes to show you that when your husband says, why do you need all of this, you can say, because Sherry said that you have to have this kind for that thing and this kind for that thing. And you tell him I said it, ladies. I'm sorry. I'm not sleeping good, and I may be a little punch drunk. But I hope you like this. I am really happy with how she turned out. I love coloring blue jean images, or images that have blue jean on them, because it's just so fun. You can really make the different, you know, see the scrunches and the pants and stuff. I enjoy doing that. So I hope you guys like this. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment in the section below letting me know what part you like the best. Thanks for visiting me today, guys, and happy crafting. Bye.